Folks, welcome back to the channel. So I have done a lot of skipping ahead, and if you can tell, we're on the ground and we're back together, and it's wired and it runs again. So I'm gonna keep this video kind of short and sweet. I'll kind of throw a couple pictures up as well. As far as the wiring goes, this took me like 3 days to figure out. I had issues with the wiring was actually the easy part, because I completely started fresh, but I also learned a couple things and I had very frustrating things. But let's talk about what I've done. So far, obviously we got the wheels painted and got those put back on the tractor and sitting on the ground. Great, that's nice. So then we went ahead and started doing all the wiring. I'll throw up a picture of the wiring diagram I went off of. I actually wired this based off like an older case garden tractor, because I had a key switch laying around that was actually out of a case tractor. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna actually wire this a little differently like a case. So like the older ones that used the starter generators. So that's how I wired it. There's a lot of different resources out there as far as how you can wire your tractor. I like looking at like iSafe tractors. Norman over there's got a couple different diagrams on his website. Those are very helpful. But I just wired it the way with what I had laying around for parts availability without ordering anything, and just kind of putting it together. So everything's fresh, everything's new. We actually added a starter solenoid in here. We got 40 amp circuit breaker. We got some good wires for your positive negative. Got the brain and voltage regulator. Got some of the wiring down here. Kind of try to peek. I can't really peek up in there. But we got that. We got a new condenser, ignition coils in. Now, one of the biggest problems I had was actually getting the thing to run smooth again. I was having a hell of a time getting it going. It would fire up, but it would just fire, backfire, pop, bang, boom. It was not good. So I actually ended up taking this carburetor off probably 3 times, maybe even 4, to keep cleaning it and blowing air through all the ports and doing all that. And honestly, I don't even think it was the carburetor. I cleaned the points maybe 2 or 3 different times just to freaking go through those. My points are kind of worn out, so I'm actually thinking about ordering some new ones, but it does run right now. Governor adjustment, that was quite a bit of work too, but that actually truthfully wasn't really that bad. Once I got it set, it does idle pretty good. And then I also found out while I was doing all this, my starter generator's no good. So the start side of the generator works, so that's good because it'll fire up, but it doesn't charge. I kind of figured it didn't work when I first bought the tractor, because I always seemed like I had to put the battery charger on there, and I was like, battery's probably shot on it, but turns out it wasn't that. It's the actual starter generator. So I'm going to be ordering a rebuild kit for that. I'm hoping putting a rebuild kit in it that we can get it going good again, so that it'll actually charge the system. So there's that as well. Otherwise, everything else is pretty much hooked up, self-explanatory. Like I said, I'll throw that wiring diagram up on the screen to show you how I did it. You can pause, you can take a screenshot, you can do whatever you gotta do. I also painted the exhaust here. I'm actually going to swap this out. I'm going to get rid of this muffler and then put in the regular round style muffler in the end to kind of make it more original looking, to kind of keep with the theme. But we'll go ahead and we'll actually get this fired up for you guys so you can hear it run. So I'll turn that fuel on there, and then we'll get it going with the it's going to take a second to click over. There she goes. It is now running nice and smooth, just the way it did when I first took it apart. And I did drive it on the ground here. I did put it in first, second, and third gear and reverse. Went back and forth a couple times, checked all that, so that's good to go. Don't have enough room in here for third gear, obviously, but it is running good. Running like it should. That's awesome. So, like I said, I'm gonna order a generator rebuild kit for this, so we can rebuild that, and then we'll get a different muffler, and then we're pretty much done with the restoration. So that'll be the last and final part, and then we'll also throw some clips in there on the next part too for the final part of me driving it around. Hopefully, if it dries up outside. It's been raining like crazy here where I'm at. Super muddy outside. I don't even want to take it out on the freaking mud at all, or the driveway. So we'll do suffice for now. So that's right up. Goes right back down to idle. So she is a runner, and a good one. So hope you guys stick around for the final part of me doing the Star Generator rebuild kit, swapping the muffler out, and hopefully taking this thing out for a putt and getting some good footage of it and some good pictures. So, heck yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching.